Hey everybody, and welcome to the Back to the Creative Life Studios. Today we're going to be playing in our Psalter, which is a Bible that is comprised only of the Psalms, and it's just going to be just a fun play day. I recently got some new inks from Simon Hurley, a new creative artist with Ranger, and so I just thought I would play with that and my heart plate from my Faith Impressions line for gel press. And it's just going to be all about just layering these shapes on top of each other so that since they're transparent, they're just going to be layered and you're going to be able to see them on top, almost like in a kaleidoscope kind of feel. I mean, I'm just using a variety of different textures. So I'm just adding the ink to my plate and then using texture plates and stamps, just all sorts of fun things to be able to just to add layers and layers to this project. We are going to be working, like I said, in our Psalter, which if you're not familiar with that, it is, like I said, just a Bible that has nothing but the Psalms in it. And we're going to be in Psalm 9. Very first one, verse 1, it says, I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. And so I thought it might just be fun just to kind of keep with that idea of my whole heart and just have that repeating pattern of a heart over and over. What's super great about using this gel press plate is I can add ink and then I can add other ink and other textures on top of it, and I can actually flip it so that my heart can be leaning to the left or the heart can be leaning to the right, so it doesn't feel like everything is kind of leading in one direction. So I just really just sat around and just had fun, just adding different textures and different colors on top of those. And it was just fun just to kind of goof off. Now these inks are a dye-based ink, and so they're really great true colors. Like I said, these are the first time I've kind of played with them, and so I look forward to playing with them soon. We were super excited here in our little gel press family to invite Simon to be part of it, so I can't wait to see what he does with gel press and all that kind of stuff with his inks. From what I know, he's mainly a card maker, so I'm sure using his products in a Bible, it's might be just something a little bit different, which I thought was pretty fun. So you can see I've got my background done, and really I'm just using this light pink called Piggyback, mainly just to fill in those white gaps so I don't end up with just all this white, to make it feel like a more cohesive finished project. The Piggyback is, I will say, a lot lighter of a pink than I expected it to be, and so we'll see if I fall in love with it, because we know these colors aren't in my wheelhouse. Excuse me, I just yawned. I'm all about more brighter colors, and so I just thought I would try something a little different. And just to add a little bit more texture, I'm just taking a couple of the colors and just some stamps and just kind of going over my background just to give it a more cohesive feel and making sure that it's dried before I go to this next step. I'm just going to take this set of alphabet acrylic stamps that I have and just use that to make my title. I'm keeping, like I said, things very simple. I did speed this up quite a bit because nobody wants to see me sit there and just place alphabet stamp after alphabet stamp. And so, like you can see, I'm just going to lay those down, and you can see from the finished project, I really kept it super simple. I just really wanted this to be about the concept of the whole heart and giving thanks. We are in November. It's actually officially November 9th. And so you're beginning to see, or at least I am, see a lot of stuff about gratitude and documenting your gratitude and that kind of stuff. And so this was kind of my first step into that, but I didn't want it to be a traditional Thanksgiving spread or Thanksgiving wreaths or flowers or pumpkins or fall themed. I wanted to stick with kind of my wheelhouse and just do bright, funky colors and try out, like I said, these new inks that I just got. So I'm just using just literally the words give thanks with my whole heart, because I've really been working on trying to make these projects very personal. Um, and so always keeping it centered on I and me and my, and I did another one where we were talking about in Proverbs 31 about that I am a jewel. I'll put a link to that right there. But again, just working on personalizing the Bible and really internalizing it towards being truly about me. And my relationship with God, and not so much about other people. I'm using just that bluish green, which I would find the color, I think it's called something tango, tropical tango, just to kind of add a little coloring to the edge. And I'm actually putting the lids on all of mine before something bad happened to them or I put my arm in it. And then I'm just taking a white gel pen and just adding just some sketchy lines to my hearts just to give them a little bit more definition and just to kind of break up all the solid colors and shapes that are going on in the background. Again, not trying to be super technical with it or anything like that. Just giving them some lines and some definition in my background. And now I'm going to go in with my big Sharpie and underline those words just to give them more emphasis since they are really kind of what I'm trying to highlight here. And I want to make sure that I am showing what verse on that other side that I'm using. And so I'm just using actually, I think that's a Jane Davenport paint over pen. And this technique is going to look kind of weird, but I wanted to reiterate and repeat that heart pattern on the other side, but without covering my words. So I'm actually using that really light piggyback color that I was talking about, just to fill it in. So I've got the heart shape, but it's very subtle and it's very repetitive, just like the other page. So it's almost like a ghost image of the other side. And you can see I've got that ghost image kind of finishing things off over there. And that is the end of today's project. Just simple and fun and bright. So make sure you click that subscribe button and catch me every Monday and Friday for new Bible journaling inspiration. Have an awesome day.